Stage 3 of this great race lived up to all expectations.
This is the Cadel Evans, who used to be the best mountain bike cyclist in the world. Give this man a round of applause. What a tremendous ride. Cadel Evans hits the line.
Today, attention swings from the ochre jersey to the big-name sprinters. The marked man is Andre Greipel, who holds the record here for the most stage wins.
And it's Greipel who gets the stage win for Germany. Greipel is going to go back-to-back. Look at the speed of Greipel as he goes over them all, can win again. He just makes it all so easy. Greipel is going to steal its win, number 100, and his 14th career win.
But in 2014, he's been pipped at the post twice.
The gorilla is fighting for the line here. He's going to make it. It's Kittel who gets it on the line. And Gerrans is going to take him on. This is an incredible ride if he gets it. Simon Gerrans has just pulled off one of the greatest wins of his career.
Will today be his day? We're about to find out. This is stage 4 of the Santos Tour Down Under.
Oh, there's been a massive pile of dirt. This is a rider who's done just about it all. Stage 4 of the Santos Tour Down Under, the Bupa Challenge stage, taking the riders from Unley to Victor Harbour on the Southern Ocean. 94 miles, 148.5 kilometres. Partly clouded, 26 degrees, about 88 Fahrenheit. Jens Voigt enjoying himself before the start in Unley.
Yes, a huge crowd turning out for a little bit of a local flavour as the local Wallabies, as we could see Anna Mears enjoying the start now. She's threatened to shave off her hair after the Commonwealth Games in support of a cancer campaign.
And this is Cadel Evans, his first morning in the ochre jersey after his wonderful ride the previous day to win the stage. And we can have a look at that right now on Corkscrew Hill. And Cadel Evans really turned on the style.
We'll talk about announcing the attack. He rode everybody off his wheel from the front end of the race, where just behind him there was Richie Port. But when he got to the top of Corkscrew Hill, he had a 17-second advantage.
And down at the bottom, he retained most of that advantage over a chasing group to give him the overall lead by 12 seconds now over Simon Gerrans, 15 on Diego Ulysses, and 27 on Nathan Haas from Garmin Sharp. Top 5 completed by Robert Gessing. Would it be a sprint today, though? Everybody thought that this man, Andre Greipel, or maybe Marcel Kittel, would be the men taking this race down to Victor Harbour.
Yes, not very many days for the sprinters in this year's Santos Tour Down Under, so they have to take advantage.
And what is Simon Gerrans going to do about it? Because he's the man who must challenge once again.
There's potential for a bit of crosswind. I'm not sure how strong it is, but the running is also pretty lumpy, so it means it's also going to be a little bit sheltered in and out there too. But yeah, we're going to be looking for every opportunity.
Yeah, just protecting the lead today. Chances of making any gains are slim. Of course, there's always others looking at time bonuses, but that's not only second and third and fourth place, but even I think between 7th and 13th on GC, it's all on the same time. So we could see a fair bit of active racing today.
I think there are a lot of teams trying to go in the breakaway because they are already out of the GC. So it's kind of fighting up the climb. Look where we all are in the bunch, and then if there's a breakaway, of course we have to try to chase them down, and of course we want to have a bunch sprint.
I guess we are one of those teams where you expect that we will work for our goal, for our sprint in the end, and that's what we are going to do. And I hope that Green Edge or BMC with the leaders jersey is going to join us and help us to do the work till the end. And I think then we can keep the bunch together.
Well, this is the route today, 140.5 kilometres from Unley to Victor Harbour. We're right down on the Southern Ocean today, away from the city of Adelaide, for a long day in the saddle. This is the Bupa stage as the riders make their way out of Unley over Stirling and then into their hills again, Paul.
Very important sprint at Achunga after 25 kilometres, and then once we go through Yankalilla for the final hotspot of the day, it's a charge down into Victor Harbour, and the wind could very well be the order of the day because it's blustery down here at the finish.
2, 1,
Riders rolling away from Unley. As always, a neutralised section before they get to the base of the freeway, which would take the riders all the way to Melbourne if they kept going for the next couple of days. And that's where the flag will come in. There's the number 1 on the shoulders there of Cadel Evans, his first day in that Oka leaders jersey. And this is the man who is thinking he might take it back before the end, Simon Gerrans. Twice a winner, by the way, overall of the Santos Tour Down Under.
Yes, so the neutral service taking the riders out onto the highway 0 kilometres when they pull in the neutral service flag, and it won't be a surprise once again to see the attacks coming thick and fast, because that has always been the order of the day since the very first stage. You can see the jerseys of Orica Green Edge at the front end of the main field. They really want to keep this race under control. The word on the street this morning was Simon Gerrans wants to get out there and try and get himself some points at the intermediate sprint, and that's in a kilometre's time at Achunga.
Let's find out then, because they are all together here, and Orica Green Edge are on the front. And remember that Simon Gerrans on the Orica Green Edge team is wearing the all-blue strip as the points leader of this event. The team are doing what they said they would do, and that would be try and nibble away by taking bonus seconds for Gerrans, and to reduce that lead of Cadel Evans, which is currently 12 seconds. Cadel Evans scurrying up on the outside, trying to get in on the action. I think he knows what Orica Green Edge is up to.
Well, Orica Green Edge, if you just look at the line there, in third position is Simon Gerrans in the blue jersey. Cadel Evans trying to come up round the outside, realising this is a real battle for seconds. Up into second position now is Simon Gerrans. He's in an ideal position, and it's Matty Goss who's right up there alongside him in third place.
Well, it is Daryl Impey, the lead-out man for Gerrans, and now he moves over. Gerrans breaks clear. Evans is off our picture on the far left here, but it's all too late. 3 seconds for Gerrans, and that means that his overnight deficit on Cadel Evans is now only down to 9.
But how clever. Look at that. You see Matthew Goss came across the line in second place, just in case Cadel Evans got a little bit closer, to make sure there was no other points going back to Cadel Evans. Have a look at this. There you can see the acceleration. That's Goss in second position, just behind Simon Gerrans. He's really got this under control there as Goss goes second. Gerrans gets 3 points. As you said, brings it down to just 9 seconds. There's a lot left to fight for.
And Nathan Haas on the left there, he finished up with 1 second there. He just snicked third place as well. He's 4th overall in this race. So the riders now making their way here towards the only climb of the day at Maiponga, as we now join the action on stage 4, 148.5 kilometres between Unley and Victor Harbour. This is the Bupa leg, and all of those riders on the Bupa Challenge are now finishing down at Victor Harbour. And not surprisingly to see the riders on BMC escorting the race along here, but even so, Cadel Evans has conceded 3 seconds to Simon Gerrans already on the race today in that time bonus sprint at Achunga.
Yes, a little bit of psychological warfare. There is Cadel Evans in the Oka jersey talking to Bernie Eisel just on the far side, wondering see if he can figure out what the tactics are going to be for Team Sky a little bit later on. There's the leader of the Skoda King of the Mountains competition. That's Adam Hansen there. He is in exactly the same number of points as the man who is in second place, so he's going to have to be very attentive when we come up there later on. And of course you can see the riders from Garmin Sharp all riding very closely together, and Nathan Haas did very well earlier on today to get himself third place in the first sprint point at Achunga and a single seconds point.
Well, that leadership in the King of the Mountains is destined to change right now, because the rider leading this two-man escape, Axel Daumont, if he scores first or second on the climb, and he's certain to get second right now, he will be the next leader in the Skoda King of the Mountains. So let's see if his progress is good for the Frenchman. 2 hours 7 minutes they've been in the saddle today, and that's a very quick ride as they're getting it. They've done they did just over 80 kilometers in the 2 hours of racing, 87 done now, and still 61 kilometers left to ride down. They won't get the nasty winds until about the last 3 kilometers, and they're coming in off the Southern Ocean. So we'll see if that affects the sprint. I think it'll be very, very important as to how the sprinters set themselves up, if it is to be a sprint. Right now we've got these 2 riders clear of the field.
Our customer reviews tell us a lot about why people love their Kia Sportage. Whether it's the eye-catching design or that it drives beautifully. In fact, over 10,000 customers have posted their honest reviews of our cars, which all come with the Kia 7-year warranty. See what they're saying at kia.co.uk.
Bill here just saved £304 on his car insurance at Money Supermarket, and now feels so good he thinks he can run with wolves. There are no wolves in Croydon.
Malcolm, today's a good day. Let's run.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a beautiful day.
98% of people could save with us and feel as free as Bill. Bill, you're so Money Supermarket.
Take home, Rush, and get ready for a thrill ride. It's an adrenaline-fueled triumph.
I'm quicker than all of you. And let's race.
Rush on Blu-ray and DVD Monday.
The B&Q sale is now on. Plus, save an extra 25% on top of our great sale prices when you spend £350 or more on all of these kitchens, bathrooms and bedrooms. That means you can save an additional 25% off a beautiful new kitchen, a further 25% off a sparkling new bathroom, and save an extra 25% on stunning new bedroom furniture. Plus, buy now and pay nothing until 2015. The B&Q sale. Hurry, must end the 30th of January.
Catch live sport on the go with Vodafone 4G. The only 4G with Sky Sports Mobile included.
What's that smell?
It's that perfume I got you for your birthday.
Dusky lady.
Well, you don't wear it.
Like getting your money's worth? Try the £1.9 sweet chili mayo chicken or the £1.49 chicken BLC. New to the Saver menu.
From Academy Award winners Joel and Ethan Coen, the creators of No Country for Old Men and True Grit.
Folk singer with a cat. Is that part of your act? Every time you play a C major, you puke a hairball?
It's a film that is heartfelt and utterly enthralling. A perfectly pitched masterpiece. The best film of the year.
Do you ever think about the future at all?
You mean like flying cars?
Inside Llewyn Davis. In cinemas now.
Can you feel that? That's great football odds and more ways to bet with Betfred. That's unique coupons, top offers and in-play betting. Football over to Betfred. Sign up now for a free £25 match bet.
This one is going right to the wire. There's a story going on at every club.
We can go and get targets. We have the possibility to sell him.
They've broken their transfer record.
Nearly £40 million spent.
So much business done solely on.
At last, that big signing they all want.
Harry, come and join us.
Maybe we'll have a good surprise for you.
Frantic end to the transfer window. Heads down all the way through to 11 o'clock.
Look at the wind now as they're getting up to the heights of the dam. They're getting it onto this road here, which is a ridge, and the wind is going to whip across. It's going to make it pretty tough.
Nice to see the Spanish flag at the side of the road there, obviously thinking about Javier Moreno, who rides for Team Movistar, second overall in this race last year. That little blue sign over to the left-hand side, COEN, King of the Mountains, 1 kilometre to go. And watch out for the man in second position, Phil. He'll be looking for maximum points.
Yes, he will. As you can see how dry the land is around here at the moment. A little bit of a drought situation. Although overnight there was rain falling. 800 meters to go, and Domon now is going to wait for the moment to go past the number 177.
53 kilometres to go, 33 miles of racing for these two leaders. They're now getting into what I think is going to be a precarious part of the course, Phil. for the main field behind, because these are the open lands once we climb up to the dam where the riders will reach their high spot and look for the points. But it's very open. There's no protection from the wind, and the wind will buffet the riders. You can see the wind. Well, I know that the wind here is coming from the left-hand side just because of the fact that Domont is riding at 45 degrees to Cam Worth, who is the rider sitting in front of him, although they've changed positions right now.
And there we've got the Frenchman now getting himself onto the front. Only 23 years of age, beginning to make his way, crosses the line. That's his rewards for the attacking ride he's put in. He's been riding extremely well over the 3 days so far of this race.
Yeah, these two riders, they want to survive as long as they can. They've been in the saddle now 2 hours and 24 minutes, but the crosswinds are having their effect. Wow. Look at that. 98 kilometers covered so far. It's the pressure from Team Orica Green Edge at the front, which is isolating a number of riders. I doubt if they'll catch out Cadel Evans in a move like this, but that is why they've come to the front to split the main field up in these crosswinds.
This is incredible, and they knew about this, Orica Green Edge. That's why they were driving at the front, waiting for the change of wind direction as they approach the Maiponga Reservoir here. That's a very select group. Now, this happened right out at the start today when we went uphill to Stirling. A lot of riders were left, but they got back. But this time, it's going to become a one-on-one battle with the two top Australians. They're both up there.
So that gap is coming down very, very quickly. Very shortly, Phil, it will be the 2-minute mark. Cadel Evans hasn't been caught out. I also noticed that Andre Greipel was riding very close to the front of that pack with a lot of Lotto Belisol teammates around him. This was obviously a plan by Orica Green Edge.
Yep.
Everybody would have thought, let's take a back seat, let the sprinters have a nice, easy day out. Well, that's not the way the race is unfolding as we look at it here, because they've decided they want to race this bike race right the way down to Adelaide, and any day is a good day to try and wrest the yellow jersey, the ochre jersey, off the shoulders of Cadel Evans. Almost 2.5 hours in the saddle, and look at that damn wall they're going over here.
Holding back millions of gallons of water here, the Maiponga Dam, as the riders come over the top of it. They're still chasing a breakaway. The average speed in the last 5 kilometers or 3 miles by the big bunch in front of us is 60 kilometers an hour. Now just look at this. We can show you Cadel Evans here. Now watch these pictures. This is a replay in the ochre jersey. Has a little bit of a problem there. Almost hit the back wheel there of one of the riders from Trek.
Well, you know, Phil, in these crosswinds, you have to take risks. You've got to stay at the front. That's Geraint Thomas there, number 63. But Cadel Evans trying to get himself right the way through. And as we pull back here, it'll give us a chance to see whether those 3 riders who were in the breakaway before did survive over the top of the King of the Mountains point. And maybe Adam Hansen has managed by the skin of his teeth to keep his lead in that
confirmation of who has finished third there, Paul, so it's quite likely it'll all come clear as we get down towards the finish. 47 kilometers left. The peloton, which split on the way up the climb of Maiponga, looks as though it's establishing a gap as Pesha stays on. We've had a little look around the peloton. Certainly Gerrans is there, and certainly Cadel Evans and Nathan Haas and Diego Ulissi are there. Just waiting to see if Greipel and Kittel are there, the big sprinters.
Yes, I've seen Andre Greipel quite comfortably near the front.
Before this race got on the roadway, that was a little trip onto the grass there, and it was Greipel close to it as well.
And that was Geraint Thomas, the rider, who, when they see it is so risky. The wind is pushing these riders from the left-hand side of the road. Number 63, you can see, was pretty dramatic, as everyone wants to ride near the front. They want to ride out of the shelter of the wind. The wind is buffeting these riders at the moment, and they both did very, very well to recover from that and stay upright.
What a great race. It's always up for a change too, but at the moment 2 riders are ahead, but now only 52 seconds in front. We are looking at the peloton here. They're just over 1 kilometer from the sprint at Yankalilla, and it's going to be an amazing one here as we rejoin the action on stage 4 between Unley and Victor Harbour. Alongside me also now with Paul Schoen is Robin McEwen in from the start line. We'll hear from him shortly. This is the big lineup now, because it's only 3 seconds, Paul, but the big riders in this race are looking for it.
Well, yeah, I think if you look there at the ochre jersey there of Cadel Evans. The fact that they're sprinting out for these 3, 2 and 1 second points out on the road indicates to me that maybe Simon Gerrans is not too confident going into the stage of Wollonga Hill. 2 hours and 47 minutes in the saddle, but the speeds that we've been looking at over the last couple of minutes, the last couple of kilometers, have been in excess of 60 kilometers an hour. 1 kilometer to go now. The Orica Green Edge train is really winding it up, and Cadel Evans is in a pretty good place.
Poor, and there's some riding too as the Sky are being brought through to take on here. Now, you don't see this very often at world-class cycling. The riders first and second overall in the Tour are fighting out a simple time bonus sprint. Little bit of bumping and barging going on there with Calvin Watson in the black, but still Evans is locked onto the wheel of the blue jersey of Simon Gerrans. The lead out is coming. Dal Limpi goes up to the front now. Gerrans is in second place and the ochre jersey takes third position. Well, Evans is not going to throw his seconds away if he can avoid it. Now Impey will give it all of the run to the finish here. Gerrans will wait until he can. This is an amazing sprint, and it's one we don't often see. They're opening up the sprint now. Gerrans is waiting as long as possible. Nathan Haas is also getting in onto this one now. He also wants the sprint, and it looks like Haas is going to get 3 seconds because Gerrans has altered his tactics, and also on the outside is Ulysses coming through. It's going to be no bonus here unless Gerrans produces. Haas goes forward, followed by Gerrans, and Evans has dropped out of it. So another 2 seconds gain for Simon Gerrans.
Well, that brings it down to 7 seconds now, separating Cadel Evans to Simon Gerrans, and I think, in fact, Cadel Evans was pretty unlucky there, Phil. He was balked out a fraction. He doesn't want to take the risk on a stage like this, and especially in a sprint like that, to have an accident, which is why I think he probably put his brakes on. I think he had the power to stay with them, but he let them get away with it. So that brings it even closer together, setting itself up for what's going to be a dramatic day tomorrow. And let's not forget, if this man wins the stage this afternoon and Evans doesn't finish in the top 3, he's going to take the overall lead back.
Cadel's got a bit of a problem here. May have something to do with that chain that flicked off, a derailleur problem, a small mechanical. So probably take the safe option and change bikes. And, you know, he's got a number of bikes that are all exactly the same. So to avoid having problems that could cost him dearly later on, quick change up the road. The team will wait for him. He'll make his way pretty easily back into the peloton.
Now we've got a little counter-attack here.
Yeah, jumping clear there for Omega Pharma Quick-Step. That's Serge Powell's.
And there's Bakerland's tucked in his slipstream, isn't it?
Well, this is a
yellow
good move.
jersey winner of in the Tour de France last year.
Yes, Serge Powell's and Bakelants are the 2 riders trying to move off the front here. It's always a good move when you get away with a teammate because you can not worry too much about holding back, but I'm not sure that they're going to ruffle the foot. This is not the kind of move that would cause Lotto Belisol to panic. They'll allow them 10 or 15 lengths advantage, and they'll accelerate over the top of the climb.
We see a few riders trying to go across. You'll remember Jan Bakelans last year, Tour de France Stage 2. He also made a very late attack and hung on all the way to the line, won the stage and took the yellow jersey. It's not a big gap they've got now, but just they're coming across the flat section on top of this little climb, and then they'll dive down and come through the first roundabout.
Well, they've still got the right turn, followed by the left turn, followed by the run up to the finishing line now. Go on.
We have 3 riders from Lotto Belisol. Andre Greipel tucked in 4th wheel. The interesting thing now will be who has managed to get his wheel. Will someone from Orica Green Edge be taking Simon Gerrans, positioning him? I see Orica Green Edge jerseys. I see Gerrans in 5th position. He's got Steele van Hoff, I think it is, in front of him. Gerro seems to be right behind him, 3rd wheel off Andre Greipel as they're about to take the right-hand turn.
Followed by the left-hand turn. They catch in the most crucial side, get through on the inside. It's a real tight left-hand turn as they get onto the seafront, though. There it is, full 90 degrees. They've brought Greipel around in 3rd place. Von Hoff is there, tucked into his slipstream. Gerrans is not going to get out of this yet. He's about 6 man down the line. And it's a perfect lead out this for Andre because he's got the men as he'll come into our view, 150 metres to go. And the wind then will hit him from the right, from the left of the road, as now Greipel will launch himself. But look at this, Steele van Hoff is being brought through. Gerrans is caught on the rails as Greipel hits the front. Greipel on the far right. It is going to be a very close finish, but Andre Greipel hits it on the line. Simon Gerrans, for my money, is crossed the line in third place. If he has, he's got himself a small bonus, but it won't give him ochre. The winner, and his 15th historical win, is that of Andre Greipel. Let's go down to Paul Sherwin now, because he's with Andre Greipel.
Well, Andre, it's taken quite a while for you to get the victory this week, but the smile on your face as you came across the line, I think, says a lot.
I think this was actually the first opportunity for sprinters today. I think we finished first and second, and I think this says enough. It was a real team effort today. Really nervous stage the whole day, and we could survive the crosswind action from Greenwich with 6 guys, so we could put the pressure on after the sprint, and yeah, I'm actually really happy that we finally got the win.
Yes, after an entertaining day for the battle in the ochre jersey, it was the sprinter in the end that had his day. Greipel getting ahead of his teammate Rowlands, Elia Viviani of Italy and Cannondale in third place. Simon Gerrans just missing out on a bonus there in fourth place. So Andre Greipel, his 15th historic career win in the Santos Tour Down Under. In the Adam Internet Sprint in the blue jersey competition, Gerrans still well ahead in this, with Ulysses in second place. So Simon Gerrans keeps wearing the blue jersey on the penultimate day of this race. Massive crowd again in Victor Harbour as the prize presentation continues. Adam Hansen, by the skin of his shorts, keeps the lead in the Skoda King of the Mountain, 24 points in that event. He's been the only leader of this competition thus far. And now the best young rider has changed again. The Cycle Instead youngster Jack Haig is now in charge there, while the most competitive rider of the day for the Europe Car green jersey, Cameron Worth of Cannondale. In the Santos overall lead, though, that's Cadel Evans, but his lead reduced tonight down to just 7 seconds over Gerrans, 14 on Diego Ulysses and 23 on Nathan Haas. So Cadel Evans goes into the final weekend just in front. Yes, and on that final weekend, the Battle of the Wollonga Hill could decide this race. There's still 2 days to go. For Robin McEwen, Paul Sherwin, I'm Phil Liggett saying, see you again. Goodbye.